Hello everybody, how are you? And welcome again to our biology session today, inshallah. Our lesson will be about the origin of life, our third lesson in this unit. So, guys, the origin of life on Earth remains a puzzle. So, for centuries, many of history's greatest minds have wondered about the origin of Earth and its living things. Despite differences over details of Earth's origins, most scientists agree on two key points. Number one, Earth is billions of years old. Number two, the conditions of the early planet and its atmosphere were very different from those of today. So today, actually, the most widely accepted hypothesis of Earth's origins suggests that the solar system was formed by a condensing nebula. And nebula is what is a cloud of gas and dust in space, as shown in this figure. So guys, this theory suggests that about 4.6 billion years ago, the sun formed from a nebula, and over time most of the material in the nebula put together because of gravity, and then materials that remained in the nebula's disk circled the newly formed sun. Over millions of years, repeated collisions of these space vapors built up into the planets of our solar system. So guys, how life began on Earth. Actually, several sets of hypotheses propose how life began on Earth. Since the 1950s, scientists have proposed several hypotheses to explain how life began on Earth. These hypotheses have taken into consideration early organic molecules, the formation of organic polymers from these organic building blocks, and the evolution of cell structures, as well as the early genetic material. So let us start with the organic molecule hypothesis. Actually, there are two organic molecule hypotheses. The first one is the Miller-Urey experiment, and the second one is the meteorite hypothesis. So let us start with Miller-Urey experiment. So actually, earlier scientists had proposed that an import of energy from lightning led to the formation of organic molecules from inorganic molecules present in the atmosphere of early Earth. So Miller and Urey built a system to model conditions they thought existed on early Earth in order to test this hypothesis. So they demonstrated that organic compounds could be made by passing an electrical current to stimulate lightning through a mixture of gases. These gases are the methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water vapor were thought to be present in the early atmosphere. So the Miller-Urey experiment produced a variety of organic compounds such as amino acids, and later scientists suggested that different compounds were present in the early atmosphere. However, similar experiments using more recent estimates of conditions on early Earth have also produced organic molecules including amino acids and nucleotides. So guys, here we can see the elaborate model that was used to represent the conditions on early Earth. And as we said, this experiment demonstrated that organic molecules can be made from inorganic molecules. So guys, here we have a boiling chamber. A boiling chamber was used to heat ocean water to produce water vapor. Then the vapor traveled through a tube to the atmosphere right here. Then guys, an electric spark in a mixture of gases simulated lightning, and as a result there was simple organic molecules such as amino acid produced in this figure. So guys, what about the meteorite hypothesis? Analysis of a meteorite that fell in an area in Australia revealed that organic molecules can be found in space. More than 90 amino acids have been identified from this meteorite. 19 of these amino acids are found on Earth, and many others have been made in experiments similar to the Miller-Urey study. So this evidence suggests that amino acids could have been present when Earth formed, or that these organic molecules may have arrived on Earth through meteorite or asteroid impacts. So guys, early cell structure hypothesis. There are different hypotheses for early cell structure. The first one is the iron sulfide bubbles hypothesis, and the second one is lipid membrane hypothesis. So let us start with the first hypothesis, iron sulfide bubbles hypothesis. So in the 1990s, biologists William Martin and Michael Russell noted that hot iron sulfide rising from below the ocean floor reacts with the cooler ocean water to form chimney-like structures with many compartments, as you can see here in this figure. So Russell proposed that around 4 billion years ago, biological molecules combined in the compartments of these chimneys. The compartments all concentrated the basic organic molecules in small spaces, and the walls of the compartments, Russell proposed, act as the first cell membranes. So once the right ingredients came together, the first organic cell membranes could form. So guys, what about the second hypothesis, lipid membrane hypothesis? So several scientists have proposed that the evolution of lipid membranes was a crucial step for the origin of life. Lipid molecules spontaneously form membrane-enclosed spheres called liposomes, as we can see here in this figure. And guys, liposomes have a lipid membrane that is similar to the membrane of our living cell. Maybe we know that our cells enclosed by bilipid or a double bilipid membrane. So there was a biochemist who tested the idea that at some point liposomes were formed with a double or bilayer lipid membrane, just as the one our cells have. So these liposomes could then form around a variety of organic molecules such as amino acids, nucleotides, sugars, and fatty acids. The liposomes then would act as membranes that separated these organic molecules from the surrounding environment. And these cell-like structures may have later given rise to the first true cell. So guys, finally we are going to talk about a theory or hypothesis that proposed that RNA is the genetic material, not the DNA. So guys, a hypothesis that has gained much support in recent years proposes that RNA rather than DNA was the genetic material. So actually there were scientists who discovered that RNA can catalyze reactions through a structure called ribozymes, and ribozymes are RNA molecules that can catalyze specific chemical reaction. So as we can see here in this figure, RNA can catalyze their own replication and synthesis. RNA can copy itself, chop itself into pieces, and form these pieces to make even more RNA. So unlike RNA, DNA needs enzyme to replicate itself, as we know, enzymes such as helicase and polymerase. So along with the discovery of ribozymes, several other types of evidence support the RNA hypothesis. Short chains of RNA will form from inorganic materials in a test tube, and if zinc is added as a catalyst, longer chains will grow. Also, RNA will fold into different shapes depending upon the sequence of nucleotides. So we can see that RNA can perform more functions than DNA, but RNA doesn't catalyze chemical reactions as well as proteins do, nor does it store genetic information as well as DNA does. So over time, RNA may have become less important for these functions. So guys, we reached the end of this lesson. Thank you so much and see you inshallah next time.